Hello, welcome back to Satisfactory. I am Maker Gaming. This is our playthrough, and today's a pretty exciting day for me. We finished that last episode. Finished it to a point. That's got 480 copper ingots coming out now, up to there, which is our new starter base. And yeah, today's the day we turn that starter base on. And today's the day we get rid of this monstrosity over here. This is my original starter base. And yeah, I'm very excited to be in this episode. Yeah, throw up the checklist. This is kind of our main checklist. We're going to skip the central power. That'll be coming soon. So that leaves deleting the starter base, starting the cliff base. And yeah, we just want to clean up all of this. So all we have is these two bridges for concrete and water. And nothing else here to kind of mar up this landscape. This is something, I don't know if I'll keep it here or not. I'm calling this the junk drawer. But yeah, it seemed a pity to get rid of so many supplies that I had over here. So I'm getting rid of most of it from having too many storage crates to have to pick up. Because I'm real bad about that. I don't know why you would show this to anybody. I guess we just start deleting. Or should we go up there and start it up? Let's delete some. This is kind of our backup to have whatever we need until that's up and running. I started to make a to-do list, but it's pretty simple. We have an iron area, a copper area, and the front of the steel. Which I think we have some like stators and stuff being built right in front of the steel plant, which is below those cliffs over there. We'll get rid of that in this episode too. But yeah, thanks for watching. We got to move this bad boy too. I had meant to do a time lapse of this to make it more exciting for others, because I don't know, now that I think of it, how exciting this is for others, but for me, let's at least get a place where we could take progress shots. Ah, screw it. Give me a second. Nice. Alright, I think we got him on it now, right? Alright, here we go. Put some, Devil's Piano, maybe? Oh, what a day. So anytime I go off screen, I'm just loading some up. Send forth. That's almost it for this area. It was easy. I'm going to have to think of something else to do for this episode, actually. Look at that. Look at that. Incredible. Oh, I should have done a power check. Man, that was the thing. How much power was all that? Looking out. Alright, time to do section 2, right? Is that right? Cool. Maybe we don't do Maker Game. I like seeing the orange, honestly. Oh, way quicker than I thought. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Yeah, I kid. You probably have things to unlock too. I grabbed a bunch of hard drives recently. Rubber concrete. That sounds ridiculous. Charcoal. No. Wet concrete. Excellent. Or do we want compacted coal? I don't see me using that anytime soon, but wet concrete is pretty essential for things like easy aluminum, sinking and such. What happened to my hard drives? There they are. Someone in my comments mentioned it was missed opportunity to do that copper. It's funny I never even thought of it because I've been thinking about this build forever and it's always been red in my head. But it does make sense. Making copper, and we have a lot of copper out here. Basically, the majority of our decorations up there in our main base now is copper. We got a lot of copper down here too. Is that the shadow? That's the shadow from the cube. That's something I didn't think about. That's pretty great. Wow. This game's so good. Alright, I think I mentioned it before already, but this is feeling less monumental than I thought it would feel. It feels great to me, but I understand that it's underwhelming, so I'm not even going to do the time-lapse overview thing. We're just going to delete. Let's see. See how much of this I can get in one shot. This is it, guys. See you later. Alright, now with that gone, we can see what's... Could still look better now. We can clean up some of that, like I said earlier with the wires. Already feels so much better though, we haven't even gotten rid of all the containers. Final result in the nighttime at least. Now we put up the hub. That was way harder than I meant to go. Where's that thing at? Oh my goodness, I need iron ore. Jeez. Alright, let me run back over there. I think I probably just deleted all the iron ore. As you can see, I'd already picked a place. I think I want the guy landing on this side, right? I want it kind of centered with, when you look up here from the circle, it's kind of a cool, like, main focus, I guess. So I wanted it kind of, that's where you were stepping out. Oh, it's a little off. That's better. Can we do the same thing on this side? I'm guessing so. And that's basically set. I don't see too much reason to put too much emphasis on the hub. But like I said, I do like that we can look up and we can look out at that thing. That clean area. Actually, now we need to at least get rid of the junk drawer and maybe even this random monument. Maybe that dumb tree. We'll see. But I do want to check some things off real quick. That's a good launch speed. We're trying to get into that building right there. Man, if I just tap left a little bit, we actually land in it. Look at that. That was kind of cool. Alright, that was always a extra step if we wanted it. We're not doing that right now though. Copper smelter, check. Cliff starter base. Elite original starter base. Cliff starter base, I mean it's there, we just gotta power it. Alright, next thing to get rid of. My steel plant was, you know, kind of organized. It's up there and right there. But I needed stators at one point, so I threw this together. This is not that orderly. So, another thing gone. Oh, it's gonna fill us up quick. Don't know if I should get rid of power yet, in case it's connecting anything. Cleaned up some more. Hey, you were down there the whole time. Not that much of an improvement, but it is a little. So we get these somewhere. Alright, that's looking acceptable-ish for now. Let's go do something. Let's go make something. A factory game. Not a deletion game. But I didn't explain before, we are moving everything out of our junk drawer because that's just one more thing I don't want marring up our view. So I just made a little place in our little info center, whatever we are calling this, one of our hubs. But I just set these in the walls by dropping everything down 1 meter so that they would fit without poking through the top. And then I lined them up in between these two foundations of this hallway, like we have on this side. Whoops. Get back up there. So I just utilize that space by putting them in between, and you can access them from both sides. So that's the plan with that. And we got rid of all the trash, so now all that's really left is let's just get up there and work on that. Start making all these new systems working. And we got to figure out permanent storage too for stuff. And set up the dimensional depots for all these. Off screen, I was kind of trying to find a good spot. I haven't really found it yet. I don't know how I want to hook all this up. What did we even do that for? That's for probably the awesome sink for the copper. But power comes up here. And I was thinking of doing... Let's just do it even if it's not in the right positions. Like I said, this isn't exactly final. This is just a start. Alright, so we have 3 switches. We're just going to keep it first floor, all this iron down here. So let me hook those up, I'll be back. I was wondering why up there it looked like... Sorry, I'm just jumping places. Let me get back. Alright, so we have the iron set up now. And we have those routed to those conveyor belts up there in those top windows, the ones below those actually. But then I realized that I do need somewhere to start storing these, right? Because we are deleting or getting rid of most of the stuff over there. So we do need a constant storage. Anyway, we're going to have all these come down. I'm thinking sushi belts. And I'm just thinking over here. I was kind of laying it out over the past couple episodes. I don't know what I was thinking there. I'm kind of thinking this angle. Maybe we go this way, and then with more we go that way. And I had a plan. I made this offline, but I don't like it. But this idea where I have smart splitters from the front, underneath, and actually I do like that spacing. Well, okay, that's why I went that high. I went that high to make the lift work, but you know, lifts you can get them into smaller spaces is what I mean. So maybe we actually drop these. So let me figure out a storage solution. If those were to butt up correctly to each other, they would need to be a 1 meter apart when we connect two blueprints together. So what would that spacing be here inside? You know what, let's just make it fit from one side. And we'll cut off the end where we need to. Alright, so we want this to be a ½ meter off. So that's lined up. That's a ½ meter out. Now they'll butt up against each other evenly. And like I said, we want the smart splitters on the front in case we put this into the cliff wall a little bit. That works for me. I'm holding control. Let's pulling it even with the splitters, and I'm just marking them with positions of those. So what I was saying earlier, with these even, I believe that's even. Then when we bring the lift, it'll connect on its own if we can get it to snap. Yep, so it goes up and it gets squat. Now we have minimal clipping, just the top of the splitter, and all this is going to be hidden, and I don't care. So we need to do all of these to that. You know, nothing's preventing us from going off the ledge. Why don't we just pick the angle that's correct and go forever? That's what I think I want to do. We want, I'll show you the line I'm thinking. And we can just actually use this to set up what we want, but we want it there and here. So, freeform. So we want it from there to basically here. Let's just say there. As long as you're pointing where you want your endpoint to be, it'll do the right angle. So if we do that, it's going to tell us a lot. I think we should do this. Let's just do it right the first time. Get something we can be happy with, and then maybe, yeah, it tilted there. Like I was saying, if it goes too long, we could just go off of this, overhang here, and just have a couple of crazy pillars that are supporting it down this way. Also, I want to get rid of that snowflake. I think if I just get rid of the snowflake and the trees on top, it'll stop looking like a Christmas build. Maybe get rid of the red. So that'll happen some point. But give me a second. Is that about what we're looking for? No. I want to go a little bit farther out. Something more like this. Subtle. No, because I actually picked a point, those three are actually completely dead on straight with each other. I don't even have to check. Now, actually, we could just get this. That gets us our point, but let's just keep them for prosperity's sake. Those are our markers that are going to determine this whole thing, and we actually need to get a ½ meter down here. What I'm thinking and what I should do here is, well, let's get this ½ meter down. What are the tricks for that? There's multiple tricks for that. I believe we can we do half wall? Hold on, give me a second. Let me watch my tutorial. I'm just joking. If we just do default now off of this, it'll be a right angle. If we do that, will that be half over? Yep. Okay, so that's the right angle. H. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's our new guide block for the right height. And now we smash right into that perfectly level. And maybe because we placed it off that beam, it's just, it might be slightly off exact, so it might not have any clipping there. Z-fighting. I don't know, it is slightly raised. It shouldn't have done that, but I'll take advantage. We'll call this draft because it's not really pretty yet. But for sizing, it'll do. Yeah, so something like that. And because, like I said, we did the smart splitters in the front, we can go into the wall like that to a point, as long as we could see all the splitters. And this side is going to be the side where we're most up into the wall. In the middle, we have no problem with that. We'll have plenty of room. And then at the edge, we'll have a little bit of that same problem, but not as much. So just come and set them. Right. Iron plates. Any center overflow. So iron plates will go in there till it's full, then it'll just keep going, and everything else will keep going. We would do that for each container of whatever we're bringing, whatever product we're bringing down. And then F, R, blueprint mode, middle mouse button, click. And now, should we be able to snap? Oh, how awesome. That's our build mode blueprint. And they'll just snap to the ends of each other. We got a plan. Let me design off camera a better, flashier model. Cantilever! As needed. So cool that blueprints snap to each other now. That's why we did the ½ meter spacing between them, but one on the board. So when we connected them like that. Alright, we got something at least. I don't love it, but I think what we try to need to do is skip forward in sections, do stuff, skip out. So for sure I want to connect this. We have from the blueprint, you gotta slide in. We have all our smart splitters here. We can come down and set them. Just like these two, we'll need to set them all like that. Right for the product, center for overflow. And then we'll route it through under there. And I'm thinking we'll do it off this last belt. That'll do. We need 2 of them, probably, because of... Is he underneath me? Did he see me? Now he's following me around. That happens a lot in these parts. And we'll get this a little bit nicer shortly, but let's get everything else connected first. Alright, that'll stop the backing up. That should be at full capacity soon. That is not 480. Looks like we ran out. I'm glad I caught that. This is a bad idea. Whew. No power. It's a little bit of a process. Later on I can come back off and disconnect those circuits, and we can go in here and actually see how much each one's using, make sure we're right on our signs. But for now, let's just get up there, make sure everything's green. That's waiting for reinforced iron plates, so that's fine. That's not supposed to be red. Now, where are all these? These are all separate? I guess that was nice of past me, but that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna sushi belt it. I mean, everything coming out of this factory, well, I'm not taking into account copper. This is all iron, but what is that? 120, 140, 147.5. So, it's like 161 items. So, even a Mark IV belt would be 3 times the capacity of what we're sending out so far, so we're good. So, just copper now. Oh, and our hyper tube. It's starting to look like something, right? Alright, I have about 3 hours that I don't feel like editing, so I'm just gonna overview some stuff. That's the final result. I'm really glad that that's cleaned up a little bit. We have copper, we have iron. What did I miss? Let me get over there. Alright, so off camera I finished the storage, we'll show that last, but I also got the copper going. Ran the power up through the logistic floor, up to the copper floor. There were some belting things, some issues, I got all those cleared up. I liked how the power ended up looking. That looks pretty sleek. So yeah, we got copper worked out, we have all of our assemblers working right. We still need to hook up that one hyper tube. Basically just connects. Oh, and then I just ran the copper through the back. A lot of this I need to clean up. These were just from like some tips videos. So yeah, I haven't quite figured out the belting exactly back here, but it combines and comes over here. 2 480 belts. Goes through one of our poison parks. Comes down there. This whole distribution center will probably have to be worked out a little better at some point. All the iron combines there, all the copper combines up there, and then it comes out these two. Copper looks a little low at the moment. Alright, then we just follow the materials down. Here's our 2 sushi belts. We have not done anything with copper yet. We're just collecting it for building. We did finish all the iron though. I had to come back in and add dimensional depots to the top. That was the whole point of this. And I think we have it going to, yep, through rotors. Permanent storage of our permanent starter base. For the first 6 iron. We can get concrete in here. We can get the 3 coppers. What does that leave? 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaves us another 4 to work with. And I mean, we can always just go off the cantilever we talked about last time. Hell, honestly, we could just go straight in that direction for every material in the game eventually. I mean, that's an open space because of that very specific measurements we got earlier. We go all the way to that thing. That could be an idea. We'll leave that as a reminder of that. But yeah, I think we got good progress, but I didn't want to edit any more of that video because I think this one might be kind of boring and I want to move forward. So I think next episode we're going to get motors going and unlock manufacturers and see what we can do with that. At the very least, we'll be getting computers and unlocking whatever the hell it's called, the alien power. And then we have oil over there, so if we need plastic, we'll get local plastic. Yeah, I'm babbling. The whole point was to finish the episode. Thanks for watching.